Plaintiff Jasmine Kafka was engaged to the defendant's son until he passed away. Jasmine claims she bought a car from the defendant and paid to have it repaired, but she's suing because the defendant repossessed the car for no reason. Defendant Eileen Coleman says while Jasmine was engaged to her son, she was always more concerned with smoking marijuana and partying instead of taking care of her daughter. Eileen claims she repossessed the vehicle because Jasmine breached their agreement and she owes nothing.
All right, ma'am, you're suing your deceased fiance's mother.
Yes.
For $1,052 for car repairs and car payments?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what's going on here.
Okay, well, I met Eileen and Rena about 5 years ago when I started dating her son. We've never really been close. We've never really gotten along too well. He passed away in 2009 from his heart condition. The car then sat for 2 years.
Whose car? His car?
Yes. She then came to me in November. And
November of what year?
2010.
Okay.
She told me that I could take the car over, get repairs on it, take over the payments, and fix it up because it's just been sitting and, I could use it. So I met up with her, we took the car, we moved it from where it was at, took it to my house. I immediately started calling around, getting the stuff for it, finding parts, prices, and all that stuff for it. It was in my possession for 6 months. I fixed sensors, a numerous of different stuff on it. And then April 20th, she showed up at my doorstep demanding the keys, the car. She was having it towed.
Did she tell you why?
Well, she claimed that a ticket got on it. She couldn't show me the ticket, though, couldn't have proof of the ticket or anything like that, so.
Did you ever find out whether a ticket had been accumulated?
No.
Okay. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
First and foremost, my first concern with Chaz is that she's always been a person who has been more concerned with smoking weed, partying, and even her daughter with her parents.
More concerned with that than what?
Than the issue having to do with what's going on now.
All
yes.
Right.
Also, when my son did die in 2009, it was a very unhealthy and very volatile relationship.
Not going to let you do that. Not going to let you do
on both behalves.
No, I'm not going to let you discuss their relationship of your deceased son. That's her deceased fiance. I'm not going to let you discuss their relationship of your deceased son. That's her deceased fiance. But I will allow you to give me some examples of her weed smoking and dropping the kids off, since you're making that allegation. Give me some examples of that. When do you know of her smoking weed and these other things? That
has always been an issue with us, with her leaving. A prime example is on my son's, we celebrate my son's birthday every year. Mm-hmm. And on March 26th of this year, I had the gathering of the family. And of course, they went outside.
They
and
as
smoked,
in whom?
As in Jasmine and her boyfriend.
All right, so he's a weed head too?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
And then the rest is up to my daughter. She's the one that saw the rest.
She's a weed head to you, weed head too?
Oh, no.
I thought you said they gave the rest to my daughter.
No, the rest is up to my daughter.
Oh,
she
the rest is up to your
for the rest
daughter.
of the night.
I thought you said they gave her the rest.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, what did they do with the rest?
I don't know what they did with the rest.
What did y'all do with the rest?
I don't know what she's talking about, the rest.
Don't want to know what y'all did with the rest. Good. Anyhow, okay, ma'am, you're saying she's irresponsible.
She witnessed the rest of the evening. I only witnessed when they went out, when they were in my residence.
Okay. All right, so we got that part out of the way.
Yes.
What was the agreement on the car? What do you want to tell me about
The agreement on the car was, it was a verbal contract, and it was just stating that she would get the car registered, make the payments, and she was the only designated driver as the car was registered to my name.
What about the repairs?
That was not discussed. She basically took that upon herself.
You were to give her title once she paid it off.
Once she paid it off, yes, but it is in my name, and I was carrying the insurance. So it was very important that she was the only one that was driving, as my insurance company was the only one that knew that she was the only one driving.
Absolutely.
And I witnessed her boyfriend, a new boyfriend, driving the car coming home from work at night, as well as my daughter witnessed him as well. And I knew at that point I was getting very irritated, very upset. I then started driving past the house more. I saw that the car was pulled in instead of backed in, and I saw that the car was now not registered.
The plates had expired?
The plates were expired in February, and so I finally had the car towed on April 21st.
Approximately when did you see her current boyfriend driving the car?
Day before I had it towed, after numerous phone calls to her where her mailbox was full, where I couldn't get through to her, numerous of times knocking on the door where I couldn't get in, to ask her what was going on and why this was taking place.
Ma'am?
I don't know about numerous of times knocking on my door, because the first time she came, she was let right in.
Was there an agreement that no one else to drive the car?
No, she told me a licensed driver had to be driving the car. I had got into an accident in the van I had at the same time. My license right now is suspended while I'm going through this court case with the young man right now. He is a licensed driver. He drove the car to the auto store, to emissions, and back.
I think in many instances, insurance covers anyone that's licensed to drive your car. So how do I know? Do you have your insurance?
This car is financed by me, though.
And many cars that are financed, as long as your insurance covers a licensed driver, you can let a licensed. For example, I'm sure you can allow your daughter to drive, can't you?
Yes, sir, I can. And I let that go because I did find that out.
Okay.
But when I saw that it was expired, and that she had indicated earlier that he did not have a license, then I became concerned. And that's when I started checking things out.
He didn't have a license?
I've never said he didn't have a license.
Okay,
He's always had
let
a
me
legit
hear
license.
about the expiration of the plate.
It was a temporary plate that got put on in February. Well, before February. It expired February 10th. But going to emissions to get it fixed, I get a sheet of paper every time that states right here that every time we drive it after we go, for 3 days we're allowed to drive it because it has to reset the computer so the computer can be read when you take it back up to emissions. That's why I couldn't get plates. It had to pass the emissions first, to make sure it was okay before you could even take it to get it registered in plates. To emissions and back, yes.
That's the only time you drove it?
To the auto store and emissions and back.
No.
You seen otherwise?
I have.
I don't understand that.
Stand up.
I have because
State your name.
Lorena Lynch. March 26th, we were going out, and I was driving my mother's car. Granted, I only had a permit. She was in the car with me. She had a license, and we were going out with my boyfriend. And I had dropped her off at her house to get him in the car. And I went back to my boyfriend's house, and then we went back to her house to pick her up. She was driving the car, and we were going down the Water Street, which is very, all kind of bars and everything. And so I told her, I was like, you know what, just hop in my car with me. She parked my brother's car right on the street of my boyfriend's house. So she was driving it. I mean, I didn't know emissions was open at 9 o'clock.
Did Ms. Coleman ever approach you about any of these issues?
No.
This is the first time you heard today?
Yes. And the night that she's talking.
Today is the first time you've heard any of these issues?
Yes.
What was your understanding of why she repossessed the car?
To be honest, I heard that she was allowing Rena to drive her other Cadillac. The transmission went out on the Cadillac from...
No, when a person repossesses your car, you usually find out.
Well, this
you
is
usually
what...
say, where you going?
No, this...
With my car.
Oh, and I did.
And what were you told?
That there was a ticket.
Where's the car?
The car is in my possession in front of my house.
Okay, and you want your money back for what?
For the parts I put into it and the payments that I
Okay,
paid.
I'm going to conclude you breached your contract. I don't believe you, and your case is dismissed. Have a good day.
You already know you're wrong. You know you're bogus. I fixed all that car up, gave it to you. Now you have a brand new car to ride around in. She's been riding around in it. You hear stuff about it. I just think you're wrong.
That's funny because we just got a lot of repairments put on it. We had the receipts to show it, so you ain't get nothing fixed.
What did you do?
You ain't get nothing fixed.
I bet you. I'm sure because I got all the receipts.
No, sure. She knows
I neglect
the
my
truth.
daughter. When's the last time you even seen her? Do you even know what she looks like
Oh,
in
now.
now?
My point. That's my
You have
granddaughter.
my number.
And when's
You
the
had
last
it
time I
for.
seen
You
her?
had it forever.
That is my
since he's been alive
granddaughter.
and passed.
You held her
You
back.
made no
and you
efforts to
left
come
back.
see her. You don't even call. You
And
pass
all
my
of
house
this-
every day
no.
to go to work
You
and
know
come
what?
back. You
That's
can ride
okay,
around my
Jan.
house, look
I
for
will
a
catch
car,
up with
but
her
you
later
couldn't
in
even
life.
ride around and come knock on the door to talk
That's
to your
okay.
granddaughter. That's funny.
I will catch up with my granddaughter later in life. I'm not
So she got
concerned about
words
it.
for you. Don't trip.
Hi, Judge Mathis. My name is Yvonne, and I was wondering, if I frequently use tanning spas and I develop skin cancer, am I able to sue the tanning spa?
To sue a specific spa, Yvonne, you must prove that the spa did not operate the tanning equipment properly, use defective equipment, or failed to properly warn you of the dangers of tanning. If you knew the dangers associated with tanning and voluntarily decided to go, you did so at your own risk, and your claim will probably be denied.